Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're watching this. Thank you for finding this channel. Today's thing, I keep on getting the same song being played over again about bad habits. My bad habits lead to you. So let's take a look. We'll come back after my intro and let's take an introspection as to what is and who is and what this message is all about. Hello, Divine Sunshiners.
Hello, Divine Sunshiners. I pulled some cards today about the energies that I am feeling.
Well, we are. The Divine Masculine is having growing pains about really truly having to grow up spiritually and mature. These are tests that you've already had before. These are the tests that you kind of maybe failed before. These are the tests that saying, hey, this is the moment you've been prepared for. Now let me see how you're going to be able to handle it now. Clear. YouTube channel. All right, see you in a few. Benefits. So the story is still from your ancestors. It's still stored in your body. Stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascended. Namaste, Namago. Like I was saying, the Bad Habits song keeps on by Ed Sheeran keeps playing. So I'm going to play a little bit of it and kind of see what's going on with it and the lyrics as well.
Conversations with a stranger I barely know, swearing this will be the last, but it probably won't. I got nothing left to lose or use, or do my bad habits lead to white eyes staring into space, and I know I lose control of the things that I say. I was looking for a way out, now I can't escape. Nothing happens after two, it's true. Through my bad habits lead to you.
All right, so it flipped over. It flipped over on that. I guess Spirit said, that's enough of that song. So again, when I'm facing this away, that means I'm coming straight from inspired from the bed at early, waking up is Saturday. Self-care for me is just really taking my time and waking up. My school day starts at 8, so I have to wake up early. And so I'm like, okay, I'm going to give myself the gift of waking up late. And plus, I was on fire to really serve for Spirit and you all today. Things are shifting, and thank God about that. And so then, after this full moon we had on Leo, is about really being in the heart. One thing I would definitely say, and I said that on the playground experience, make sure you go to the community tab and you like to hear us. I thought last night we were on fire, really trying to help us understand the importance of manifestation and twin flame journey. Really take part in that and really listen to our 3 perspectives as to saying why it's important, what things you can do in order to take advantage of this 222 portal this is on its way to us. And really, this is the time if it's something that you really is a matter of the heart and you really want to have it. As soon as everything gets together, of course, I'll definitely be having a testimony about that, letting you know about what the process and how I did about that, and how Spirit led little things to come into my home to really prepare me to say, okay, it's time. So nice little, as you call it from the Matrix, little things that kind of remind you, little totems and things to say, okay, we keep making your message. I think maybe you need to kind of move on that as well. So so let's look and see about this person, about this bad habits. What's happening with this? It makes me feel like I need to, let me make sure I don't have no babies on this side. Need to bring out the karma cards here, because something going on with this here, and I'm kind of being led to, what is this one? See, the healing edition. Okay, I don't know which one is this one. This is I look at the self edition. Something about this. Let me bring this out. Okay. The ancestors, I don't know what they would say. Okay, interesting. Okay, so this is whatever. I don't know who this is, but they talking to me. So I want to investigate and see what's going on with them a little further. as well. All right, so let's see. What's the energy of this person? What's going on with this? Bad habits lead to hate and not planning alone. Do 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 do. So you by yourself. I know that. Look like to me, especially when I heard from that. I would say tribe awakening. Oh wow, spirit tribe awakening. That's interesting. This person probably is again tribe. I'm thinking about the connection too as well. The community. I've been working with a lot of being connected with others as well, and it looks like you say strategy. I think that with that feather, and all the time when you see feathers, to me, it's always reminding me of spirit, and the spirit really of this calling of now coming together. We're getting into the fifth D dimensions, and I'm looking at this water here that's going here and really going with the flow. Some of us been going upstream, whoever this person is, and they need to kind of really get to the flow and let spirit is now cleansing them, and from that seeing whatever for me for this song here, bad habits led me to you, is whatever situation that they're in, they're doing really a retrospect, and they're thinking of, hey, all of this stuff that I have done, the strategies that I had used, understand this is in reverse here, has not been the strategy that has really been very good and beneficial for me in the life that I actually truly want to live. So the spirit tribe, all of the work that's been doing, maybe in the soul family, those things are now causing for a great awakening for this person. I'm looking at these flowers and they're now blooming as well. And so now things are coming into bloom. What's going on with this person is this angel of love. So I would say again that the divine feminine twofold here, got a fork in the road. The divine feminine and the physical, who might be predominantly holding the divine feminine energy, is really moving into this energy of becoming love. Like they're understanding, I am love. I'm doing things of love. I'm now X-name things out there ain't online or truly resonating and being love. She is really truly being focused into it. To me, I don't know why this looks like a she shell to me. It's like, is this the call of love too as well? Embodying it, everything that's in her mind when it comes to bloom is on the idea of love. Is red, is very grounded and rooted in there. You got the number 49, which is 4 being grounded and rooted, ending cycles, but 4 and 9 together makes the number 13, which is a death. Means ending of cycles. So this person in love, in their spirit, by them becoming awakened, is also saying that needs to stop too as well. That's funny. This morning I had a dream about the DM and him and a lot of women, and I'm looking and saying, okay, this got to stop. This ain't gonna work. I can't do this with this. It was like this woman, this way. I even told him, I said, you need to get tested, because you doing a lot of this, being very sexual active with all these women in my dream. Is like, you need to be tested. That's interesting. The divine masculine energies also, it could be, again, needs to be tested. I think maybe that might have been subconsciously for the playground. We talked about that. We're saying that this moon is coming up. The new portal is coming up, and somebody was saying it was going to be, I think it was Megan had said that. Shout outs to you. Said it was going to be tricky, and she said, no, let me change it around to we're going to be tested about this self-love thing. And again, being tested, that might be like in my dream, I said you need to be tested. Now, I was thinking more so tested like to make sure you don't have anything. But again, that too could be, again, being tested. Make sure that, hey, that you don't have anything, so you can really truly be grounded in this love. Okay, so you can be pure and make sure there's nothing wrong. Is before because that's the way I was talking to him, before we move on, all this stuff got to be cleared up. I want to make sure you not positive for anything. I want to make sure that you're negative, that you ain't took on these different women. Probably, again, I think about April. You hear all these notifications. I think about April saying that again, and that's period. But people had said that period, that again, whoever that you have slept with, you keep them into you take in their essence, those things like that. So that's what I'm saying to him, is like, get rid of all that extra stuff that these women that you have attached to and connected to before we even think about taking it to the next level. That's one thing again about this angel of love would be there. And then it's interesting, I got a notification there that says, again, a lack of interest, that you get to the point that you don't have no interest for all these other women. That's the same thing. I could turn that in on myself, too, because now when I do things, I don't leave them hanging out there. Just say, that's your stuff to deal with. I try to see about it. What is it about things and ideas and thoughts that in my spirit that I might be in my divine masculine energies might still be attached to, that is not that I got to get rid of, and maybe I need to be tested upon to see, am I still a carrier for that energy, or am I ready to say I don't have any I have lack of interest in it. So that's interesting. So this is what this is about, this love thing here, and this ending the cycle so it could create this death. So this is what this person about these bad habits, because they had bad habits, and these bad habits are not really, they done led them to be, like they say, at late nights, still being alone, staring at the wall, being out at 2 a.m. Again, 2 to me represents, again, about that unity, trying to be one, or a duo, to hook up with somebody, and it still ain't satisfying. Spirit wants them to now, wherever it's going, there's this great wake up, this great shake up with them, to say again, it's time for you to be able to really truly be the angel of love, which just means really being divine love, or being like Archangel Samuel. To maybe if you feel in some ways this is you, and remember again, we're not just talking about, just out there bad habits, but think about bad habits within you that you said maybe I need in when it comes to love. Maybe it's the way you think about love. Maybe it's about your idea of how you are attracting, or the people that you attract in your life, as far as the experiences or the people or your partners, the potential partners that you do. These are becoming bad habits again. And so now we need to kind of maybe ask on Archangel Samuel to help us so we can really truly start to resonate in that love space as well. So that's interesting. Is there anything else you want to tell us about this energy that's with this here? This person is now really trying to open up the door, or the spirit is pushing them to say, okay, it's now time to open up the doorway to your own peace, to your own happiness, to your own union, and it's time to heal. Okay, what is actually going on with this person in the we got too much stuff over here, I swear. What is it that is going on in the 3D with this person? I got my tea over here. Come on, we can do this better than this. Excuse me for 1 second. Trying to move this over here. Okay. All right. What's going on with this person? I'm gonna use my cards too. Okay. So what's happening here is you got the lighthouse and marriage. Okay. So this person about this bad habits here. There is a lighthouse. Now, lighthouse for me is, you all call it the runner and chaser dynamic. For me, the lighthouse, you have, for me, the runner would be the explorer. The chaser would be the lighthouse. Okay, so the lighthouse means I'm the person who said I'm going to stay right there. So now it's more of a positive. So in the dynamic of the twin flames, you have the lighthouse. That's the person say, I'm going to stay, I'm going to get the lessons. I'm not going out there, roaming and just doing things just out to be doing without any kind of intentionality as to how that's going to help me with my soul growth. The explorer is the one that goes out there and just kind of goes and explores things. And, and I'm not going to say it's good or bad. Everything Spirit has really been plugging in, and I'm going to say this, and I don't care if people get tired of it, but there's a light and a shadow to everything. As being the lighthouse, you could be a person that stagnate and you don't move. However, again, but you're not getting any kind of lessons too as well, not by exploring. That's not a good or a bad thing. That's again saying, you know what, I'm shining a light where I am. I'm fine where I am. I'm learning lessons where I am. I don't think I need to go out there and have a relationship or a marriage or do whatever like that in order to go to lighthouse there. for me to be able to truly get an understanding as to who I am, my being as a divine feminine, a divine masculine, a divine explorer is one to say, I got to go out there and collect data for this twin flame partnership. I got to go out here and, get jobs to help me to understand who I am. I got to get in the marriage, or I got to get in a relationship to know who I am. I got to really be out there exploring and maybe building a whole bunch of different families so I can be able to understand who I am. So that's what the explorer is like that. And they're bringing data to the connection so it can help to be able to build. When you come together, you can be able to build from that. So it's not a good or bad thing about that, but it's the lighthouse. The person who is, according to this person with this bad habit, is this lighthouse, which is the angel of love, that is saying, I'm gaining right where I am in my being. I'm staying stationary. I don't need to move all over the place, because sometimes when you move, you don't really grass, like my mom used to say. You don't even get a chance to grow grass underneath your feet because you're such a gypsy spirit. You're not really being stagnated and really being stationary to really truly gain knowledge, gain momentum, gain the knowledge of what is needed in order for your soul's growth and what makes you happy. So this is where they are. This is also with this person, it's a marriage. So, okay, so this is some worldly stuff about this connection that this person is. And so this is what they're talking about, these bad habits. The bad habits, I hear them saying, led me to you. These bad habits that I have led me into this relationship, into this dynamic with this marriage as well. So the spirit is let me know that sometimes, again, marriage don't have to be like the 3D sense. We say, yeah, it really can, but it can stretch also to it. It's like, what are you married to? What do you truly like? I made a commitment to this. I think I exchanged vows into this. I will do this because of XYZ. And that is, so in that kind of a sense, maybe you have made a contractual agreement to a job and, whatever it is like that, you made vows that, I'm going to do this, or I'm going to be here for the kids and whatever like that. I have made some agreements and things like that, promises, on a job like that, that I'm going to carry on. We're going to make a 15 million off of this thing, the agreement, or this why here lately I've been lost of words. It's like when you're on the job and they have these different projects, and and they're saying this is what the profit we're gonna be on that. That's almost like a promise that you are, or a vow that you're gonna make, to this thing. So that is, again, that could be also a marriage as well. But we kind of talk about marriage in the conventional sense, not way like that one. But it's the role of the lighthouse person who's being the anchor, who's being the angel that is causing this major shift. And it's caused this major shift with this person. And this person, to me, when I look at this kind of really represents the self-love card too. So by them practicing self-love to themselves, this is what's causing this kind of shift as well. So I would say really in some ways that this test that I know Megan was talking about, if you ain't doing the work, yes, you're going to get the shake up or the trickery or the whatever like that, because again, they're trying to, like I said, on the playground, trying to get you more grounded and rooted in your belief system or ideology in the right way that's going to help you to sustain being and living in the 5th D. This is where you are. Let me go ahead and see what's going on with this marriage. I'm about to get nosy here. And see what's going on with the marriage thing. Okay, stop. Got 2 C's straight up. These is the one we want. Somebody else caught my eye here. Okay. So the morning after. This goes several ways when I look at that. That lets me know that whatever it is that went on with them, a decision that has made, there's some regret. And that's that this can say just regret. There's some regret about this. Whatever it is, it was purely sexual, the heightened, the passion, whatever it is that got them into the moment. That, again, maybe the passion of being on the job, the passion of the thrill of the chase of the contract or whatever that you had agreed on the project, people looking at you in the leadership role. And it was just that passion, that hype. for that as well. And that could be the same thing as about this marriage, about the height. However, we got this morning after. To me, again, it's like, again, let's say, it's morning, sunlight across your sleeping face. A new day brings reality, and somewhere we must go our separate way. We belong to someone else, whatever. we forgot each other's love, whatever. I'm gonna change the words. We both belong to someone else as we set the light away, as we lay. We forgot about tomorrow as we lay. Hey, yeah, hey. We forgot about the ghost, but instead we got lost in the second, in the minute, in the hour. Oh, as we lay. We forgot about tomorrow as we lay. Yeah, okay, so it's morning. Oh, it's morning. All right, as we lay. So as we lay, we forgot about the cost, but instead we got lost in the second, in the minute, in the hour. So they had forgotten him. And they had forgotten, the person has forgotten themselves. That's why they say now we're seeing his bad habits. Understanding that right now where they are, it has become toxic. Okay, we got the snake here. I figured like this, the old Native American thing is coming to me, where at first when they had started, they seen this person wounded. Okay, they seen this person wounded. They seen like some kind of way on the side of the road, like the Native American thing, where the man that picked up the snake was frozen on the side of the road. He figured that he could take him in and kind of warm him up by the fire, maybe about the fire and desire that they had for each other, the fire, the love of being, even using, in some ways, I'm going back to my old things where I used to say, again, using the power of the twin flame to be able to heal this person through the connection. Let's say twin flame unite, activate. And so doing that, trying to really take them in really close into the bosom, like the Native American story is. And then once the snake got warm, this poison snake bit the person. And he said, "What the heck you do that for?" He said, "I took you in, you was frozen, I nursed you back to health, I warmed you, I placed you back." And so the snake calmly said back to him, "You knew my nature, you knew who I was, you knew the chances and the risks that you was taking. I'm a snake." So again, some of these things, I think that these divine masculines energies or divine feminine energies, taking in the person as more so the divine masculine energies rather. And let me take that back. They say, no, correct that, because the divine feminine energies, in the divine masculine, being in your divine masculine energies as a female or male, I got to correct that, because we keep making that mistake, like divine feminine energies is a person, or divine masculine energies is a person, is human. That's not. We making it have human traits on that, and that's not what they are. It's an energy, just like what we're saying. We're making an oxymoron. Hey. We're making it an oxymoron. Hey, what I say? We're making it an oxymoron in its usage, making it more 3D, because that's the way in which we are able to understand it. That's not what it is. The divine masculine energies in a female or a male body that is experiencing this is now seeing that this person that they had taken in, believing that, again, that they're being spiritual, being divine, knowing that they're special, believe that they could heal this person. Now they're seeing that it is becoming toxic. These bad habits is kind of like taking over. And this is where they are. Understanding that right now that they're really moving into this energy, and this is the union here, understanding now that the divine feminine and divine masculine energies in this divine partnership is really truly quite a pair, even in their uniqueness. I'm gonna pick in, and I'm gonna tap a little bit into my thing there. the person that was an explorer looked at the lighthouse person as a person that, again, them being so unique, is like they were really trying to say, how are my friends going to accept them? How are my families going to accept me? Really, truly tell a truth, I'm having a problem accepting them because of this uniqueness. It's something about it exotic and I'm attracted to, but at the same time, I'm having a problem accepting it. Now, that was at the beginning. Now they have gone through this process with this person here. Hey. Hey, what'd I say? What'd I say? Now they have went through this process now. I'm sorry, I don't know what my babies is going through. They just playing and they rough on it too as well. Now they get into the process of when they're doing it, they're understanding like, hey, it was something to that. You know what? We really was quite a pair. Although I'm green and you red, but guess what? We both apples. We still divine. We both still unique little people. That's why you thought in this situation you could heal that person. You know, in some ways that your makeup or your divine foundation is about healing. But because you came in a different color, I thought that you were truly different, and we couldn't get together for that. So again, understand that we are quite a pair, and that's a good thing. It's like to me when somebody said, look at us, we quite a pair. You this, I'm short, you short, I'm tall. You know, I like this. I say tomato, you say tomato. You say potato, I say potato. You know, let's call the whole thing off, which means let's not even be trying to even look at each other about the differences, but let's just really truly look and see that we make really a cute pair. I'm going to change it to cute. This is where this person is right now. Interesting. What's going on with this karmic? I know I haven't done this in a long while, but this person called me. I was minding my, like I said, I was minding my own business. I was just gonna come down here and talk about the current energies for what's going on. But now you done made me nosy, and I want to see what's going on here. So what's going on with this person? I got my karmic cards. I ain't pull these out in a minute. See about what's happening with their energies, which is the lesson of this person, this other partnership that they're in as far as in this marriage. What's the lesson? Clear. Let's look at the overall message, the karma, or the message for the. I don't feel like that's clear. For the marriage. What's going on? What's their lesson? Oh, run away. Somebody say they want to run away. Yeah, somebody. Your tears for another day. Say your tears for another day. So somebody say save your tears for another day. Say this is a nightmare. Nightmare on Elm Street. What did I say about the other day? And I said this is like a nightmare right here on Elm Street. Oh, have mercy. And my mom was cracking up. I said, nah. This came back. It might be about that marriage at first sight. Something about the way it was. It happened here as well. So psychic protection shield bad dreams. So this person has been having nightmares, but probably also the person, both of them might be having some bad dreams too about it. It's rare. Both of them feel like it's a bad dream. As well, but it's also on top of that might be having some dreams too. Okay, transgressions, flaws, contradictions, and mistakes. This is where they are. This is a lesson. Understanding that this has been really, and most time I think about drinkers, they talk about forgiveness about this. So they're really seeing that really at this thing we talk about bad habits. I'm really at the point that I'm really feeling like this has became a nightmare. This partnership, this marriage. I'm also seeing that again that really this ain't worth crying, because most time when they say save your tears for another day, this ain't worth crying no more after. And they probably have gotten to that point, like save your tears. This ain't, I'd save the salt, because it's not it. Also, I'm getting a fork of the road. The divine person in this relationship is really saying to that person, you know what, you trying to play this on my heart, play a part of my heart, play in my tug and my heartstrings, and I'm telling you, save the tears, because I'm not even falling for this no more. Okay, so this is where it is. That's why I say about the snake really feeling sorry for the snake, trying to heal the snake, and then at the end of the day is like, you know, really the person want to be saying, F it, you know what I am a snake, you know. I just want to say, bitch, please, you knew what I was. I'm a snake. I don't know what game you thought you was playing for. You know, you fell for the okie doke. So this way, they've been bamboozled. They're feeling this now. Okay, so there's some flaws. They're seeing the contradictions too. This jumps off here, where they thought it was one way, like they say, the snake is hurt, the person is hurt. You know, those things, but really also saying that, hey, that their true nature. Some of them are finding out now that, hey, this person, it ain't no changing. It ain't no changing of this person. It is what it is, okay? And so, like I say, it's the nightmare. What's going on with this person that they with? So that's the overall lesson that they had to learn. The karmic lesson there is, again, there's flaws, there's mistakes. I think in some ways what this is too is that, again, that people have flaws. I think, again, that this, got it. This person went into this relationship saying that the divine person was flawed because about their uniqueness and their quirks and how they're different and unique. And that's all right. That's a spiritual. That's, again, when I talk about the light and the shadow. That's a good aspect of a person being different. But then this person here, they were so busy looking at that kind of way of them being quirky and different, and how my family and friends is going to accept that. And then not really seeing that this person was like the negative, like a photo, the light and the negative, negative of this picture of whatever love that they thought it was. This person was really the negative. It wasn't really the one that they thought that they were. And so, again, having that understanding of seeing this, now they're saying, oh, this person's flawed, not the divine person. So a lot of times, and I remember that when I was going in getting readings like that, they was like, okay, I know why that person went into that, because they need to be able to really understand the true definition of what love is or what it is. They'll be all right. They'll be able to see it for themselves that, hey, this ain't really love. Right now they looking for the sparkle, the grass is greener, all that glitters ain't gold. Those things. This is what this is what that is. Seeing their mistakes and being all right to say, hey, I've been a mistake, and just like my phone, self-corrected. I don't need to stay in here longer. I was interested to talk to a friend last night. She was talking about a lot of the friends and people that we know of was getting divorces. And so I was like, what? She said, yeah, they are. Everybody going online and go getting a divorce to do that. And I was like, oh, wow. Is that something fast, to do? But my thing is that people are now seeing I did wrong, taking ownership for it, and then going to find the easy route to get out of it. Like, I want to take it off my record, this blemish, this flaw, that it never did happen. Interesting. What's going on with this person here is their jealousy, envy, punishment, changing courses. Okay? Things around them they saying is now dead. Okay? They feel very naked. They feel very vulnerable. They feel very stripped. To me, when I look at this, and look like to me is like, I don't know what to do. This is where this person is right now. They've been envious. They've been envious of you. If you're the person and you're watching the divine, they've been the divine partner. They've been envious of other people in the world, trying to run up and try to be like the Joneses, like the commercial they have with Leslie Jones and Tommy Jones and Nora Jones, and then you got Jonas coming like, where you come from? You ain't no Jones. He's like, well, it's the new thing, trying to recreate, and that's what the divines is. It's trying to create their own things. Like, yeah, we're part of what the 3D is, but we're coming with a new version of what it is to be divine, and not more so being the Joneses. So things are dying, and I see and there's a snake in the background. Interesting. Right here, there go the snake, all curled up. So it's toxic again. Very toxic. I'm seeing, is this like a fish? She got some kind of fish thing. And the interest, I'll say, she's being schooled, and it's about life. School about life. So it's time for her to change courses, her or him. In their spirits, since this is a female, they're being told it's time to change courses. And that envy that you've been carrying on in your spirit, because you say good and bad spirit, evil spirit, bad spirit, whatever. In her spirit, as they say, she's been carrying on this stuff. And it's punishment. To me, it's like gluttony. Punishment of gluttony. Gluttony for punishment. Because, again, that want, trying to fill this black hole that she has been a issue in the spirit here, and really understanding that it's got to be filled. She's got to start going with the flow, and she's got to start filling it with true spirit. This is what's going on with this person, and internal youth, energy, newness, and vitality. This is what's going on with this karmic situation. This person that's involved, their lesson in this situation has got to be to understand it's a newness. It's time to let go. When I first looked at that, I said it's a part of some immaturity too. This being played on her part as well. She's immature. She needs to grow up spiritually about this too as well. And this, because I'm seeing her, is because it's in the cards again, in that representing the spirit. Because this could be a masculine too as well. This God again, there's some immaturity that's going on. I'm looking at it to say, strumming my pain with his fingers, singing light with his word, killing me softly with his words, killing me softly with his words, killing my whole life with his word, killing me softly with his wrong. So what's happening here is the song, the key of life. Life is now, and what's going on in the cards that's been dealt, no pun intended, is now killing them softly. They killing. It's been like a bit by bit. This person has been really kind of a strong force in the record to be reckoned with. I'm gonna give them that. They've been a power. They've been a force to reckon with. I'll give them that. However, at the same time, just like a rock, I'm looking at this water that's here, and you know how the shorelines and things have been changed because over time, erosion, they might be there. But after a while, that water keeps on hitting on that same spot. After a while, it's going to start wearing down. The size will start wearing down, the shape, the texture of it. So it might have been over time. It took a while, but they have been killing them softly. It's been breaking them down. This is where they are right now. Death is right here. Death again. That goes back to again when I tell you about this angel. This angel of love is now calling on this energy that's being pumped into this connection. Again, being more grounded, ending the cycles is causing this death as well. Because of these bad habits. She's got bad habits too, about this envious of everybody. And it's called this gluttony. There's gluttony for punishment as well, that she likes to be punished in this situation, seeing things not going their way, but some kind of way still kind of bucking up and say, okay, I'm going to get up again. It's like a person that's abusive. I'm seeing them like they keep on knocking them down in the ring, and they get back up again. They keep on knocking them down, and they keep on getting up again. And, it's like, damn, is you like a sadomasochist? You like being hurt? Or what is going on with this? That's something that's been from childhood kind of seeing, and I'm picking this up too, whether you like it or not. This is something that the divine partner of this person that's in this marriage of the other person is also displaying. So let's say again, there's divine feminine and divine masculine energies, and you got this karmic partner too as well, is mimicking what's happening with the divine feminine, or wherever the other partner is, the divine partner that's opposite of this in this marriage thing, not the two, not the male. So let's say the male is a twin flame, and you got the so-called karmic, and you got your other divine counterpart on the outside. The karmic is mimicking and mirroring what's happening with the divine on the outside, the divine feminine. okay, or whoever it is that's outside. So those two, not the person that's in the marriage is mimicking, it's the outside that's doing that, the divine feminine on the outside. Okay, so if I would say again, just in case somebody's lost again, so it would be me and my divine partner, and the person they're married to. The person they're married to is, we are mimicking the same. I am, and the person they're married to are mimicking the same thing here, which is again this punishment. Okay, so that's something, again, in order to stop that, what I tell you last time, to stop that connection, get that off the table. Stop being a gluttony for punishment. Start pulling back. If you're seeing things that's happening between you and the divine counterpart, and that seems like you're a gluttony for punishment, stop in your tracks, turn around, and just drop it and go. And stop mimicking that, so that can stop tying you all together into that threesome of an energy that'll cut that cord, it'll cut that connection, and it'll retract back to that person. Okay, so that's what you got to kind of work on. So a lot of these things, again, if you're in that kind of third party kind of like energies there, again, that came out here, get rid of that envious of other people when they become successful. Get rid of that being gluttony or puttness, or that black hole that you have, that you can't feel or be happy or have really truly have self-love. Get ready, accept changing courses, because this person don't want to change courses. So change the courses. Okay, hey, you doing this X, Y, and Z with the person now? Okay, all right then. Is that what you're doing in your marriage now? Then let me back up and go ahead and start focusing on myself and creating a life for self. Okay, that's one way of doing that. As far as this energy of newness, instead of with this being resonating with this person, grow up, become mature, stop lingering on and start being spiritually immature in this stuff here. Accept the newness here, because this person is not accepting the newness and the vitality. Stop playing the victim. Stop letting them strumming your pain with your fingers with this, killing them softly. Let it stop and start finding your power. Get rid of the connection of all of you all together. This is how you're going to be able. So if this is your person, there is the solution and the steps that you need to do in order to stop this merry-go-round of energy. Because again, like I said, all three of you all are also mimicking the same thing, energies. But I'm seeing also like the person's in the middle, and and here is the connection right here. This is them, this is you, and they're right here. But what's connecting us like that rainbow is those energies that I just read off of that karmic card, and they're right here. Although you are orbiting this person right here, but at the same time, this is what is the rainbow that's connecting you to. Okay, so that's an interesting thing too as well that they just brought to me. So work on that, about them bad habits, get rid of them. Okay, so let's come up with some solutions. Okay, as we rounding up this last part, what is some solutions? Okay, Spirit is saying amen to that. Okay, so let's look and see how can we heal ourselves in this dynamic here. Save your tears for another day. So you know what's bringing to me about that, save your tears for another day for you. I think about my mom telling my grandmother telling my mom, like, when anything happens and if she would pass, she's like, you know what, go and handle the business arrangements about the funeral, about my death, and then say those tears and cry later on, so people don't take advantage of you. What I'm saying with this one is, to be, you done cried enough, say those tears. Now it's about getting into the business so you can be able to create this union for this manifestation in the physical, or to stop being connected in this merry-go-round or this threesome energy that you have. So again, this is what you'll be able to do. So now let's look and see about what things do they want us to question ourselves about as far as self-love. Preferably, I'd like it to be one card if that's possible. Two, that's a lot. Okay, it is, but okay. All right then, so if you can at this time, what I want you to do, because remember, I am a positive, healthy, behaviorist. And I want you to get paper, stop where you are and get some paper, and to really actually answer these questions, okay? To see how this can be able to help you on your journey where you are now. So the first thing is, what possibility is the most tempting, but I'm most scared to try? Remember, this is about bad habits, right? What is it, a bad habit that's kind of tempting you to do, but you're most scared to try? Or something that you're trying to get out of that bad habit so you can be able to move into the actual union that you want. So what possibility is the most tempting, but I'm most scared to try? So what is the possibility of how you can be able to get out of this threesome kind of energy that you're in, or whatever it is, period? Because whatever it is that you want to, remember about this, what it is. It's about what? Creating that new energy, right? So in that youthfulness. So look and see, write the answer to that one. Okay, let's journal on this next question is, what's the worst that could happen? Okay, so answer that. What's the worst that could happen? It's interesting. I was talking about that even on the playground, that it was saying we have a habit of not being able to manifest things because we're too looking at or deal with the fear or the anxiety that we have, because we're not looking at the overall picture. We're looking at things from a perspective of one thing, and if we really would narrow it down, like what is actually happening, what do we actually see that's happening in this situation, and then actually looking at on the other side and seeing about what is truly showing up, the truth about the situation, what we see is happening, and what's really truly showing up, we'll see that again we're zoning in on one little particular thing there. We're not opening up the range so we could be able to see all the possibilities. And when we see that, we'll see that, hey, really things aren't as bad as we thought they were. Okay? Next thing, what's stopping me really? That's the question to ask yourself. What is stopping me really? Okay? Okay, your next thing is, ask yourself, what's really holding me back? Bad habits, they not do. Okay, that's what I'm saying there. Next question you ask yourself and write on this is, what would it look like if I fully stepped in and took it on? That's a good one. Next one, what do I need to do to let go of it? Remember we talked about that last time, about that gluttony for punishment and still holding on to things that you really should, and you need to change course. Hey. Calm down. Thank you. Okay. What relationship in my life is informing my decisions right now, and why? Okay. And how will my decisions affect the relationships in my life? These are good things. So sit there and journal. Now, that's a new piece that I do with the here. I was just led to do that because, again, like I say, I want to build not only on this journey, but I think we need some meat and potatoes to this to understand as far as what is it that we need to actually be able to change. Because, like I know when I was a little girl, I always say I want to be a psychologist, and I'm trying to see how we can meet the spiritual, so as the things of us really looking and stopping. It's not just about the readings, but it's also about, now I found out what's happening through spirit. Now what I'm going to do about it. Okay? And it's interesting. I see 471, which means there's some action. 471 to me, when I see it, means there's some action that needs to be taken. So what is it that I need to do? It's fine, again, to see the readings. But again, when you walk away from it, what is your action plan? Okay, and so this is what it is the action plan that they want you to do. So get it seriously. You heard this. Go back, get you a journal, and really truly look and see about what is it that you can be able to do about it to create this change. Because once you start doing things differently, you'll change this dynamic here, especially if this is your person. Okay. All right, then. I'm even going to look back. And I always do. I have to wait a little while. Sometimes I try to read it, look at it 24 hours later. And Spirit's like, because when I look at it from fresh eyes like a week later, then I can really say, oh, my God, that was profound. I get it now. Let's look and see clear. In the divine feminine energy, she's that angel of love. Let's see what Spirit wants us to really kind of zone into, be able to stay in the space of being in love. I had a vision of love, and it was all that you given to me. Straight to the night, but I'm alone, suffering from alienation, carrying the weight on my own. Had to be strong, so I believe. One that I needed will find me eventually. Okay, all right then. I had a vision of love, and it was all that it was meant to be. All right then, this is what they're saying here, which is why. Okay, they want us to heal from the why, the questioning. I accept that everything happens for a reason, even if I do not like or understand the outcome. I think about the last time when I did that, somebody was talking about they felt betrayal. That came out in the cards for the overall feeling for the collective on the divine feminine energies. And this is why they said, you know what, it was done, the die has been cast, the milk has been spilled, and at this time just kind of like just go with it, and just let it go about the why, because while you're doing that, you're missing out on the how and the when and the what and the time, of everything. The when is it going to happen? The what is going to happen? How, that part and how it's going to happen. Those are more positive than the why. The why kind of like it's a stalemate energy, which does not help you, because you want to go ahead, if you're like my mind, want to keep on turning over, go down the rabbit hole and try to find answers to that. Understand, they say they want you to kind of move from the rigid. That kept on coming through earlier when I was talking about the water. Flow, they keeps on saying, be with the flow, go with the flow. Why, to me, it makes you stagnate, doesn't move you, because you're standing there trying to look around in your environment, looking for clues, looking for all those things. That does not help you. So I remain open-minded as I mature. Lord have mercy. Did you see me just flip this? What did it say? Where's the word at? Mature. Didn't I say that? That's how we gonna get out of this. Mature on my journey. Who I was yesterday may not be who I am tomorrow. That's what's going to cause that difference. Just like when in a relationship and they trying to look, and the guy's trying to look and see, or the feminine is trying to look, say, who's the best? Okay, when they see you doing something differently, and beforehand when you did something different, it was a point against you. It was like a yellow flag on the field. Now when they look at you, see you doing that, now it's this like, okay, that's making her different, because right now the person, the karmic, as you all put it, or the person in the situation, they got a lot of things, points against them. And by you coming in there showing maturity and not that baby stuff and all that, throwing them daggone tantrums and doing things like they doing, and doing things that I'm seeing, like with this divine masculine, they doing things to kind of draw attention, and divine masculine ain't really liking that. It's like, okay, it was cute at the beginning, now it looks like you like a child. It's just like begging for attention, and that's working on my nerves. So again, you showing that maturity. Hey, I know you're there, my divine counterpart. I don't need to be begging you for nothing. I don't need to beg for your attention. I'm over here doing me. You find me where I'm at. I'm over here living my best life and living in my self-love on social media. Like, oh, wait a second, that's different than what this chick is bringing to the table. She want me to entertain her all the time. I got to be her source of love and inspiration, and that's tiring. But you out there say, boo, I'm on my own. I'm doing me. And so that's going to be what's going to be something different. Watch the negativity. Oh, goody. All right. And so again, this right here, this right here with this negative thinking here, is you got to kind of get it. That negative thinking is going to keep you to stop being in the flow and more rigid. And it say go after your bliss. That's why I say go out there and do you. If you want to go and work a pole to get your sexy back or whatever like that, take you some pole classes because that make you happy. You know, now the world is opening up, or do whatever it is that makes you feel like, hey, I'm getting into my body. I'm being present with who I am. I'm happy with my sensuality. Is how I'm showing up in the world. You know, and I call that, is that the fall? No, fallen angel is like if she was doing this sliding down the pole, going backwards. Yeah, don't ask me how I know. I just know. Anyway, but if something isn't bringing you joy, then why would you still be doing it? Okay, so again, that's the questions you should be asked. Those questions is all right to get you to moving. Like, yeah, why am I here? Like that almost remind me in the movie with Boomerang, and Robin Givens' character asks Eddie Murphy, well, if is she the one, then why you with me in my bed tonight? And she was like, you right, why am I? He grabbed all his clothes and left her ass right there in that bed. That was karmic. Holly Berry was the divine partner. He couldn't see that because he's so unique, so sweet, so nice, understanding, giving him advice. And he like, you know, because of you made me stronger. You made me a better person for her. She like, I know she's saying her head. I don't want to hear that bullshit. Who want to hear that crap? That because of me being divine, I helped you out to go be a better person for the damn karma. Ain't nobody feeling that. And so, but at the same time, thank you, Ralphie. You know, but at the same time, he seen that he had to go eat crow. Literally. Because that wasn't it. That wasn't where he's supposed to be at. And I swear, this seems like this divine person, excuse me for my curses, so that means me and the twin is blending. Again, and that's really, truly me, really. Letting them know that, again, that, and say when I'm in my happy space, I have a tendency to curse more too. Okay, that's fine. The thing is that this is truly, again, understanding, knowing where they truly belong. This is what they're being brought to right now. Ancestors want to, and this is the last thing. Oh, there's a lot the ancestors want to say. Exchange energy to create abundance. This is what the ancestors are trying to say. Trades. And the things is helping out. What is this? This is my what cards? What I get to this here, and I like how he's looking here. Angels and Ancestors Oracle cards. The trader says, listen here, you want to trade for something of value, something that you actually want. That goes back to this quite a pair card here. Okay, if we're going to do that, it's something that I really need in my life. And I'm looking at him, and he looks like he's holding his heart. It's sincere. It's native. We're going back to the basics, going back to the tribal. It was good for the tribe is good for the gander. What all souls needs in that soul family right now is really operating for a place of sincerity that comes from heart and aligning with your bliss. And this is what they're saying. You need to trade the same thing. Right now, this energy is not similar where you are in this thing. Before you did, you again that morning after kind of feeling at that point in time, that's what you was about. Is the thrill of the chase. It's about that passion. It's about being in there, about that sex, and that's all it was. It's about being with the Joneses. Now, to me, when this looks like this is really ethnic. This is really ethnicity. We're getting down to the bare bones of who you truly are. As a person, as a divine, in your divine masculine energies. This is all natural cloth, fabrics. This again, fabric, when I see that, always represents the fabric of your life, your identity. We getting down to ethnically being your ethnic self, your authentic self. Who you are and representing that to me, even in your ancestry and the purest form of how your ancestors have shown up here. So that's that. Also saying about this is, again, the oracle about stargazers. Set your sights higher. You being in this divine masculine in this situation is not really being of your highest form of self. You need to set your sight higher. Even if they said, like Les Brown say, even you set yourself and you're aiming for the moon, at least if you miss, you land among the stars. This is something else. You got to get more hyper-focused right here. Got to get more hyper-focused in your divine masculine energies here to see, be able to visualize and to see this thing. Again, like I said, on the playground experience, we talked about also, and I brought the thing about Mel Robbins saying about how you need to visualize, and Kathy D was talking about also get you a vision board. This is time right now where there's 222 portals out where you could be able to really truly visualize and get some things moving from visualization into the manifestation portion of this thing. And so you want to really truly get into that thing, do things, tangible things, get your mind opening up that third eye, doing things like that, open up your crown, doing exercises with that, because I'm looking at this blue, looking at how, again, the crown, this is represented with the purple and the blue as well, and your third eye too, that's that indigo well, so, and that really true, that blue what your throat chakra as well as being represented there as well. Work those three energies there. That's that trinity you need to be working right now when we're talking about manifestation, how you speaking it into existence, about that being the bridge. I remember also that being used, saying that the bridge about your throat chakra. I remember Raquel used to say that also from that, and your throat chakra and the bridge, and how that could be able to help that to be able to start manifesting things as well. So you have to make sure that you are doing things like that, that is making it those three things in alignment to bring that into manifestation. This way out, but you got to get super hyper focused on that. One way that Mel Robinson had talked about that too was saying that how you have to when you visualize things to the finite. I know Sean had talked about that too in one of our therapy sessions, and saying that when we're doing things, sometimes we're doing it too broad. We got to get it really very detailed to the things of how some obstacles that we might even meet in getting our things into the great things. Now again, and I want to make sure that we understand that for those people that have an overactive mind too as well, when we talk about you visualizing the good and the things that could come and be a challenge to you about that, always visualize it with a solution to it, because you want to make sure you're programming your mind to say, hey, things might come, but again, there's going to be a solution to it. It's going to be solved. It's solvable. Why? Because again, you have to remember that again, we're two things. We're twofold beings. We're spirit and we're human. You're on also, third thing is, I missed out. Third thing is also, keep in mind, this is Earth. Earth is a teachable planet. It's going to have lessons that come along with that. So, hey, how about you might as well just marry into it, blend both of them, and say, okay, this is how I want in spirit, but I do understand that I am human and I am on earth, and the things may come and happen. However, spirit, the universe, is going to make sure, and my spiritual guides and team are going to make sure that a solution is going to be able to come with that, so I can keep on going on my journey, on my merry way. So it might be like a little speed bump I might hit, but guess what, even when you hit the speed bump, you still go on and travel in the way, in the direction that you need to go. Okay, where we at? We almost at I wanted 1 hour. It says star ancestors, follow the voice of your soul. Okay, that is true. It's what, hey, follow the voice of your soul. That's what I was talking about. That bridge. And keep on saying that throat. Please make sure that you are exercising and doing things with your throat. That's just like when today I felt like singing. That helps to also strengthen up your throat chakra too as well, to help it to give voice to empower it. So make sure that you're listening to your soul's voice. Sit there, meditate, listen, hear as well. And also shield maiden, make plans and focus. I talked about that. That came out earlier about the strategy. That card came out. But make sure you come up with your plan and then stay focused on it, and then shield it, protect it like a newborn, like an actual baby that you're giving birth to. Make sure you're nurturing it, saying kind words to things like that. Make sure that you, when you do sit down and you think about it, that you feel yourself in that moment again. You're living yourself and breathing in that moment too as well. Because that's helping to give nourishment to it, and just think and just keep happy thoughts about it. Keep high vibes if you can, even when things do kind of happen, that you still at the same time are, really still kind of keeping up in the I vibe, and then put yourself back on it. Because sometimes things come, they even with what I was working with. And I was like, I said, wait a second, no. You said I was going to have this, so we going to have to get back. I don't know what's showing up, but I sure enough going to throw it back to the universe and say, deal with this, because that ain't what was agreed upon. I'm still going to look and see you going to bring me through. You going to bring me through. That's all I'm going to say. You going to bring me through. You going to bring me through. Say true. I say, I don't know. We just really getting to the point, especially with this, really looking at things and getting into a point of actually surrendering. So I hope that this helped you out as well. I am, again, really trying to get into this new thing, a newness of really helping us give the readings. I know it beforehand. I felt at that time we were at a point that we were kind of, addictive and looking at it wrong thing, but I believe that the people that I am attracting to now on this channel say, okay, it's all right. I like a little bit of the drama. You do, and I do too, to kind of know about the stuff. But then at the same time, that's human. But then let me remember to go and balance this out and do spirit and see what is it that I need to be doing in order to get me into the place of union, not only with myself, but with the world and with my person, and get union in with the dream that I want to actually be living too as well. All right there. It's still month of February. We winding down. If you were interested in getting a divine masculine energy read as far as your love letters, seeing how they're feeling about you, the special is still going on, 1414. If you're interested in getting an actual past life regression session to see about the patterns that's going on in your life, you're able to do that as well. And also I do also energy clearing for any kind of trauma that was going on in your life. And there's some pain in your pain body too as well, and to be able to clear that, because a lot of times it's connected to people. So the trauma clearing, because a lot of times that's the last thing, as Kathy D says, in that coffee pot that we got to try to get out of. It's the trauma that we don't even know that we experienced, that is still there in our body. And that's one way we could be able to clear it, either the past life regression sessions or that too as well. All right then, I thank you for watching. I'm so glad you found me. Please make sure you click like, share, and subscribe so this good stuff and this high vibe can get out there into the matrix of, or the algorithms of YouTube. Don't keep all this good stuff to yourself, because there's others that are also struggling and trying to find the answers. So in order to be able to do that, and me coming out here with more positive and a different spin, which is again being a positive, healthy behaviorist, and giving you strategies and tools as to how you can be able to keep on this journey and do it in a more positive and change your behavior as well. This is, and live a healthy life as you're doing it. This is the way to do it. So make sure that you do share this with people and tell them about the good stuff. Or just, even if you can't do that, at least do hit the like button. And this is your first time, welcome. Make sure you hit the notification bell too, to say hit all, smash that bell so you can get that. So it's always stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascended. Namaste and namago. All right then, until next time, I'll be talking to you real soon. Bye.